get going. There's only me speaking tonight. 3 I should have had. I've got things up, but we'll come on to that later on. We've got all them next week. So you've got a week in the life of Mickey P. Our mate on the front, that's Paul down the plot. He's a good lad. He likes to flaunt it. Right, that's in my office. The missus was, obviously this is our kitchen. That's my office. I did have a little moan, so I've had to clean that up. Just to keep the peace. Right, dishing out the seeds. I've dished out 2 lots. The last lot went Friday afternoon. So a bit of luck, you should all get them by Monday. That's the lot anyway. Quite a few people had them. These are raffle prizes ready for when I did a talk. Gillsfield Gardening Club. That was the one at Welshpool. I took them lot to them. And first one they had as well because of the COVID crap. But they enjoyed it. And the weather down there, I think I was about 10 minutes away and the heavens open. And I was doing about 3 miles an hour. The rain was that bad. Obviously through the lanes as well, which made it worse. But at least I made it and I got back home.
Where would that be?
Welshpool, during the week. Right, sweet peas, this was took about 3 days ago. These are still going loop, meaning they're going up my trellis for me blackberry, and I'm also going right along the trellis. Obviously there's no flower heads on now, but the sweet peas are going loop. So anybody that does do sweet peas, do I just let them carry on or cut them off or what?
I take it they're the perennial ones, Mick.
Well, these were put in last year and nothing come up, and these come up then this year, first time. I thought, where the bloody hell they come from? And I thought,
Right.
oh, I'll put them in last year.
The Spencer ones, and they die back every year. Those that grow about 2 metres, they've normally got 4 or 5 florets on.
Yeah.
You've probably got the perennial ones, or the white or the pink ones, which come back every year. So when the frost comes, it'll take them down to the ground.
Good job them anyway.
And then leave them,
yeah.
and they'll come back again the following year. Long the
Real.
frost doesn't take them.
Busted. Thank you for that, Andy. Good man.
Good.
Right, I needed some more tent pegs. Nobody got any. Wilco and Tesco out of season. You ain't going to get them until the garden starts up again after Christmas. I thought, well, I need them now, so eBay. I know they come from China. Right, I had no choice. I needed them. Aquilegia. I sent for these earlier on. These were I saw I think it's in a Sunday supplement you get with the paper. That was advertising these, and those new ones, and the colours on them. I should have kept the photo of the page I was advertising, and they were superb. And I had 15, obviously, and there's only 3 survived out the lot. So I'm hoping them will be bloody good ones. If they ain't, I've wasted my money. So then we've all got a label in each, as you can see or make out. I've got a couple down the side here, there's one right at the top. So just a bit of space, because if there are plants in there and I do cut back, I always leave 2 or 3 inches stem on, so I know there's a plant there, because you'll forget what's what. So I'm putting one in there, obviously, one in there, and that one is going in there. All got the label each again. Once they are in, then the wood chipper go on top again. Look after the chaps. All the gump that was naff are in there. You'll still see the blocks of peat once they started off in. But I'm saving all this lot as a top dressing later on in the tunnel or in something like this. Right, this is me shallot bed top of the garden. This needs revamping now. I'm using most of this stuff up, i.e. when I'm filling the top dressing the raised beds, I'm digging them in. So this has only got a few on now. So I'm going to move them out of the way and do this bed. First of all, these two, that one and this one, will be on up out the road. Look, I've managed the hooks I've got on the wall. Also, before next season, this wall will be walloped white again to reflect the heat and the light back onto the plants. I'm still undecided what to grow on here. I'll do something later on, but at the moment I'm just preparing and repairing. So the cover comes off. This lot is me straw from last year, so because it is dry, I'm keeping that again for another couple of years out of that. Don't forget there are nuggets in it as well. There's it's the straw I've got from the stables, probably 4 or 5 years ago. Plus I've got the straw with the rabbit muck in. So there's a bit that's left in, which I'm going to dig in, but most of it will be used. Somebody just come in, can you mute yourselves please? You've got interference. Right, so I've bagged all I've bagged all the straw.
I think Dennis is in twice, Dennis Barry.
Can you see it is, of course, on here. Can you mute yourself, Dennis, please? So the straw I've bagged up there, put over the back here. I need more brew from down our trading sheds, which is spent mushroom compost and worm cast, which are there bagged up ready. Also some big pots.
You echoing me.
Eh? I know. Can everybody mute themselves, please? Spent tops. This was down there. See. Can anybody see who it is?
It's Dennis. I think he needs to log out and log back in. He's logged in twice and it's causing an echo. I think it is. Dennis.
Dennis, I hope you got that.
Yeah, he's logged in twice.
Can you log out on one of them, please, Dennis? Good man. Right, spent tops down the shed. That's better. This is how it was last Saturday. Somebody's nicked all the ops. I'll just get the rake and rake it all in. Then I've got loads. If they got any common sense, they'd do the same. I have to take the hound with me. Spent mushroom compost.
You've done that before, haven't you?
Can we all mute ourselves, please? So I've got all my bits up here ready to top dress this raised bed. My own compost. There's wood chippings with compost.
Dennis, it sounds like you're connected to 2 devices on here. You've joined Zoom twice. You need to disconnect one of your devices.
Delete the bottom one.
Dennis Barry is logged in 3 times.
Of course, see him on my screen.
What shall I do, Dennis? Write your letter. Log the accounts out.
Can you not delete the extra ones, Mick?
I can't see him on my screen.
It
Got
keeps
3
lighting up.
accounts.
We'll knock this on the head in a bit.
Oh, hell.
I think he's just realised.
Right, spent tops I've put on. Spent mushroom compost. Because they got lumps in. Yep, that's better. Cheers, Dennis. Because they got lumps in, I've rubbed them out by hand. Exactly the same as if that was going into a compost heap. The quicker the breakdown process. Just all of the materials. That's all I'm doing. So I'm rubbing them out by hand. These go on. Next one, worm casts. Whatever raised bed you've got with its undercover, or outside. Don't forget this is under cover because I've got a lid on it. Clear plastic on the top, corrugated plastic. Beds do drop down, and you can top dress every year. This lot is for spading in, dug in. It's very rare I've used a spade. I don't use a spade for bloody moons. But this top dressing, I haven't put so much on. Usually I just take everything off, take the straw off, and then top dress with my compost, water it, and then cover it. But because I put all these bits on, I want to mix it up, and that's what I've done there. Then I just flatten it with a hand fork, leveled it, so we're all ready. Extras going on my compost. And the bits and pieces as well, which is spent coffee grounds, rock dust, charge, as we can see there, and then my rabbit mug. Don't forget my straw is my mulch throughout the growing season. That's a good watering, probably watering that for about a quarter of an hour, meaning this lot is soaked. You're surprised how much water that takes in. You'll think you'll get it a good way to just go down at hand fork, it'll be dry as a fennet. So this has had a good soaking. It will then get covered like all the other raised beds, and I'll do 3 weekly, monthly check on that bed to make sure it is nice and moist. This bed here is in the middle, which is one of the first ones I did. That's where I had me 8 ounce onions last year. That is now drying out, so I've got to give them a good watering next week. Bring him back up to scratch, so the soil is living. Right. This was Earl's Court. Doing a bit about the mob. Earl's Court. Good thing about this, I think this is about I'm trying to think the year. 75 is it now? When I was down there, the gunnery school, Whale Island, asked for volunteers for Earl's Court. This is where they used to have the military tattoos. Superb. Luckily I volunteered for it, because what we were ushers for this lot. If you get the chance, just Google Royal Tournament, and they've got some videos. Used to do the field gun crew. Well, in fact, everything. All the forces used to do their little things. But it was a brilliant weekend. I can't remember whether they went off the weekend or the full week. But the venue was fantastic. There's yours truly. So the ushers was out of all the forces. Little story before this. In '69 was in Londonderry, Northern Ireland, just as a courtesy visit. And while we was there, we had to leave quick because all the shit hit the fan again. But we had about 5 days of peace while I was there. Me and this bootnik, because we had bootniks on board, detachment of bootniks. Quite a few ships then did. We trapped these 2 birds and went over the border, which we shouldn't have done. But it was during the winter, so as we come out of the boozer, it was light in the sense that it was snowing. So you could see basically, because it was an unlit street. And we took them to the bus stop, waiting for the bus to come. And I was dying for the piddle, I was busting. There's no way to go for the piddle. I thought, sorry, I'll just piddle myself. And I did it, run down my leg, and I shut my eyes, and it was bliss, it was heaven. It warmed my leg up, filled my left boot up, my desert boot. And this bird screamed who was in the queue, so I saw the steam coming off my leg. Anyway, they turned up on the next date. But coming back to this one here, the boozers on the night, the local boozers, we used one about 10-minute walk away. And fortunately for us, the IRA had put a bomb under one of the seats that the bar we was in, and it failed to go off, luckily. Paul, here's a few. I'm trying to get you some. Crickets, that'd be a good one. That's an alternative for your chilies. And there's the hound again. That's the closest I get to my grub. Right, the last lot of seeds went out, as I mentioned a couple of days ago. Right, composting. Shredded old paperback books with dried up kitchen roll. I'll go through these quick, so maybe right, now I'll get up the plot. I haven't got so much green waste off plot itself. So what I'm going back to now is going down Alzo in the back of the fruit shop, which is down there. And they throw all their crap out on usually on a Monday morning. So they got fresh stuff going out. So straight away, I mean, it's where I get my trays from as well. So I'll go straight in there. I just jump in, get all the decent stuff out I want out. And surprising what's get thrown away. And then just turning around to go back, they've thrown some more out outside. And this is for the people who've got pets. They put them out for them as well. So I'll need to melon. So the different ingredients. This one is what I'd off made down Wales. This is got to be out of a wood or a forest. The dregs off the bottom, because there's cones and things, but that's a new one for me. Spent peat, that's how we grow bags. Another bag of wood chip, any lumps in to get thrown out. Worm cast, spent mushroom compost, goat muck, normal rock dust, and the goat crap itself. Right, these little bits in my jug, these are extras. Yeah, you can get these by small amounts, by the kilo or by 25 kilo bag. So alfalfa pellets, oyster shell, gypsum, layers chicken pellets, and that's them lot, the bags I've got there, which I've collected a double handful of everything. Plus I've emptied me tea bags, so I've got me used tea as well, and me crushed eggshells. You've got a nice thick bag, you can crush them up while I'm in the bag. And me cheap porridge oats, worms love it. So I've got that lot ready. I've got me nettles and me comfrey, which I've had over when I take the dog a walk. Grass cuttings, them are going off a bit, so them are from last week. So there's me bits I've mixed already, and these are going to get chopped as well, put in as well. So I'm chopping that up. And that's everything mixed before it goes in. This is working well. I was going to tape that around again while it was dry, but I've just put the watering can in front of me flat. If I remember, I cut through that so I can get my little door at the front. But I'm just using that now as a bit of a weight, and it's working. So lid off, 3 carpets back, save all my worms, put them in the lid. Throw everything in there, make it level. And then this is a jug of extra worms I've got from the side of our trading sheds, and I bung them in as well. Just turn them over or up I needed them. So you can see the worms going in, and that's what you want. Red wrigglers, brandling, tiger worms, or compost worms, whichever you want to call them. Once I've done that, then I shake all my extra worms out of the carpets. An extra feed is my liquid runoff from my horse manure, or piddle, or both. Rainwater, not tap water, if you can do it. That's get a good soaking, and every layer of carpet is also wet. Lid goes back on. I should have took a photo of these years ago. Look at this, is looking down our road, i.e. 2 gardens down, and these conifers were spread from there to about over here, and the light that was keeping off these houses here. But all they've done is chop this lot off, which is overhanging their garden, because these trees are from the garden here, so it's other side of this fence. So whether they've asked them or whatever, they say no, they've just chopped all the like the overhanging branches, and that's what's left of their lot. So that's a funny old humdinger. My grandchild had her haircut. It was a molt like hell, and luckily now her hair molting. It was only her ears and her tail that can molt, but there ain't much about. Right, rose expert. If we got any rose growers here, or anybody who's into them, knows a bit about them, if you're going to put a bit together, a couple of photos or whatever, a write-up. If you don't want to do it, just email it me and I'll talk through it as best I can. But somebody's just asked if we got any rose growers on, just helping people over the winter months, what they got to do, look after them, whatever. So if you're going to help me out that way. Right, repairs at home, because I've got more time at home now. All these little things like that's come away there, the plastic. It was stapled in, so I've got to protect that. As you can see there, it's deteriorated, so all I'm doing is taking it away from the staples there. And I've got some proper horticultural tape. I think this is from LBS. It's having said that, the horticultural tape you get from Wilco, it's still as good. So I'll put that both sides so it's sticky. And I've turned it over. I'm going to get all the staples. Now I know that's the size I want. Now I'm going to get all the staples out from there so it goes on flush. And then pull that as tight as I can and staple him up. So that's that bit. I'm hoping to get another 2 or 3 years out of this plastic that is on there. It's been up about 4 now. Right, my worm wheel. That's one cook of me. I can't get on my wheel because I've bloody lost it. I've lost my page. Right, Cod Wars. We was in this. It was on HMS Tartar. This was 1975. I think this was HMS Falmouth. That's who we relieved. You see the damage that they done ramming the gunboats. So they couldn't carry on, obviously. So we had to relieve them. That's us. Our helicopter, which we used to have a Wasp helicopter on the arse end. He took this photo, obviously. That's Iceland in the background. But and it was bloody cold up there. That's just us doing a RAS at sea, replenishment at sea, with one of our RFAs, just getting a refuel or replacement in. And it's bloody rough as well. I've got some, the old man gave me a Cinecam, Super 8 Cine camera when I joined the mob, obviously to use wherever I went. And when it was rough, I used to love it when it was rough. Nobody had eaten the meals and I used to eat there, grub and all. But I used to go up on the bridge when it was really rough and take film. I've got that somewhere. I was trying to get it transferred from reel onto film. That'll be good. But this is just the damage, obviously, what the waves have done. Obviously, it's bent there, bent that there. It's knackered all the. Well, as you see, that's where we used to bung the flag. There's the old crown. But that was an experience. This was took one of our fishing vessels, and that's either the AG or the TIA, and that's us. Obviously, photos took from here, and that's us knocking them out the road. Because what they do was drag chains behind them, heavy weighted chains, to go over the back end of their fishing vessels, i.e. that chain had ripped through the nets. So we'd have to get in between him and boats. That was a shot taken from my film when I was taking film. We used to call it ramming stations. Everybody had to go to the middle of the ship just in case it was rammed, because our steel plating was that thin. We couldn't punch our way through it, but they'd punch through it. So at ramming stations, everybody was in the middle of the ship. and me and this bootneck used to get bored, so we'd leg it on top and sneak up, and that's how I took the film, because we had no papers, photographers on board, nothing. It was very few bit of film of the rammings or whatever. But that was the age here, or you see a dent we put on the arse end there. But just go on YouTube, HMS Tartar Cod War, and you'll see the film I put on. My mate bunged it on for us, put it together for me. And the other good thing about being up in Iceland, or that way up anywhere up there, and this was on the news, I think it was last night, they said it was clear skies, and if you was up north there, Cumbria upwards, you can see the northern lights. Just the brightness, it lights up. But this is spectacular when you see it. Right, my shed now, I've got all my staging out, which was stored up here in the greenhouse. I've put all the chairs in, so that's worked out well that way. And that is just my door to go into the greenhouse when I'm heating that end of the greenhouse. Tunnel cover, that's what I've just got out. Obviously a tunnel back of the garden, so I've got to job this now. And everybody loves digging. We'll come on to that later on. Look at a little face trying to hide in there to stop her digging. Cool chair. Scraping all the top off again, and this obviously goes at both sides, and that's the end bit. But I've got to do the end bit as we go back on there. I've got to job that bit. I've got to keep it clear. So I've got to go underneath there, ready for my grapevine. So I'm going to cut that off there, so do either side, length left and right. So I've just cut through that. I'm just covering that one for now. I ain't prepared it, I'm going to prepare this one first. So exactly the same again. The first bag has gone on here, which was my compost from my gladioli I called from last year, what I had in pots, if you remember. Once this was emptied, all the pots from my gladies in. These are the cormlets which I put out, plus the small corms and a few spare gladies. So once all them was taken out, I've kept that compost. So a bag has gone in there, and there's another bag, and that will go in this one. So we've jobbed that. Then you've got the spent ops and the spent mushroom compost, worm cast. Don't forget, because I've lifted this side up down the side of that tunnel, I can lift this up more. That's why there's more ingredients going in this lot as well. Exactly the same again, I've got to mix it. So I've got to use a spade, got no choice. And my normal bits are going on, top dressing. Then another good soaking. Right, pegged him down with my new pegs. Had I run out. That's that end done. Right, spud wine. This was a couple of days ago. Nice and clear. So I rack him off. I think I'd only got 3 bottles left anyway. So I've got my jug out. Ready. 3 exhibition bottles, I should say. I know I got another one, but it was an exhibition. But in the end, I got a 3 and just a good half over there. So them 3 was ready. Obviously potato. Save on ink, just put spud. And it is a sweet wine. Because I tasted it. Because it might have been crap. If it was crap, it'd have gone on the composting. That one I get to pour down the road. But these, because it's spud, there ain't many wines, because we got white and red to pick from. Then you got sweet, dry, medium. There ain't many white wines, so I want to try and get away with calling this a white wine, as spuds are white mainly. But we'll see how it is when it brews a bit, and I'll put it on there. Right, Gladys corms. These are what I got off a couple of weeks ago now. I ain't had time to do. We've got time now. There's another 3 trays still in the garage. I shall get them out during the week when I've got nothing to do. So these lot on the right, them on the right, the cormers. That's what I got up this year. So them on the left, them these last year's. So these are a year old. They started off like them cormers. If that makes sense, yeah. So another 2 years and you will get a good flower from these. Meaning you got to have patience to start your gladdies from cormers. But it's just so much extra to do gardening job. It's like doing wine. All you can do wine, you got to wait for it. You do what you really want. But I want me. Don't forget I've saved these from good gladdies. And there's two Glady companies gone AWire, so you got to save what you can. Prim mixed, I've got loads of these. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8 dollops there. There's 3 out for me mate. Prim mixed. There's 7 left. There's 7 left of them. So Dave Goodwin wants one of them. So if anybody wants one, just wait till we've finished. If I can get the screen back up again. If not, and I've made a cock up, then just email me if you want one of them. Of Singular Beauty, there's 6 of them left. Them are a good one, nice white one. And these are a good pink. I don't know the name on, but I got 10 lots of them. Obviously, they're all mixed with small and large cormlets. Velvet. I've got 1 left of them.
Steve.
You're down. So I've got Steve and Dave.
Just send me what you've got.
Right, this Leander. This is one top of the garden by the end of the tunnel. The last year he was naff. He gave us a nice pink flowers on the end of the stems, and then all of a sudden summer hit it, and all the leaves died off. It went black in the middle of the stem, and I thought I'd lost him. So I cleaned all the crap off, everything I could do. Then I gave him a very light spray with a light solution of Jay's fluid, and that's how he's come back. Nice dark green, which is what I want to see, and nice and shiny. And the one down the bottom is similar to him as well. So I'm hoping next year he will obviously come back and give me some flower. But at least I haven't lost him, and I ain't got to get him up. Right, we've got it again now. I can eat outside the winds and the rain, which is splattered because all these were tied up. That was the last of me delphiniums. So he splattered them as well. But that's nature. Rowley, I sent him some seeds, and he sent me some of his biochar. So I'm looking forward to this, using this next year. Good man, Rowley. Do another write-up later on, part 2. Right hand side of me, luckily this week, well, in between rain, the most rain we've had was today and yesterday. Before that, I thought I could get quite a bit done, i.e. collecting this stuff and ferreting it out. The only thing I'd run out was rabbit muck, so I went and got down 2 more bags of that. Spread that over, give it another good soaking, and then tuck that in. Rosie had a birthday a couple of days ago. The cake all very nice. Well, I don't think so. The wench dropped it off, I said, is it obviously it's good stuff for the hound. I said, but can humans eat it? She said, yep, no problem. And it was cream cheese, dog peanut butter, honey, flour, wholemeal, eggs. So I had a card through the post and all, but I enjoyed it. I thought that looks nice, Rosie. Let's get it a go. Oh, God, Bennett. No, I get it the dog. Must have been the bonio in the middle there. It was bloody vile. The dog ate it in a row. And what we do now...
Totally refusing food.
I know. It was vile. I don't eat anything at all. Try anything. What we do now is go around the charity shops, and these are usually 50 pence or a quid each. Somebody's bunged in. And these two, which I didn't realise at the time, you smack the stomachs and they talk to you, and the hound loves it. And you see he's got one of a chews there. But right, Dennis, I sent him some seeds and he sent me these back. He got some spare Vinthroot exhibition onion seed, so he's sending it to me. So when I get them, I'll measure them and out, ready for next week. So if anybody wants any onion seed, he's a good grower, Vinthroot, a good leek and onion grower. He has been for a few moons. So Dennis, thank you for them. Right, this is looking at the top end of my tunnel again, back garden. Now under there is a concrete slab which has dropped, as you can see. So outside I'm just scraping away all the crap, exposing the slab because it's going to get moved in a bit. So now all I'm going to do is get the spade under him and lift him so he is once again level with the inside of here. So I've got to wedge all the crap underneath there to stop him dropping, which I have done. Fill my stuff back in again, give him a good soaking. Another little job done. Then I upended that end again and dragged it down here, so I'm covering that lot. Sorted. Right, grapevine. I'm still waiting for this. Same as fruit trees, which I should have had 2 months ago. Right, I forgot all about this, but where I put that edge in at the end, if you can see that is overlapping, or it's not level with this side and that one there, which was good for me in the sense that once I've untaped that and that, I'm just going to take that middle bit out. I can then get it in the outside to put my grapevine in. Best to plant a grapevine outside a tunnel, greenhouse, or wherever you're putting them, and then coming in underneath or halfway through. So I'm getting all the compost down. I've got netting, as you can see there, and that was put in, and the weight of the soil, when I put that tight, that was keeping the netting nice and tight. This is plastic coating, so it ain't going to deteriorate like normal pea netting, anything like that. So there you can see the boards now. These are boards which I'd have a mate, the old 25 years ago. These were chopping boards when health and safety bought out. If you got a kitchen in a old folks home or something, you got to use different coloured boards for different meats and whatever. These. So all I've done is got that board out. I've cut through the netting and opened that up either side, taking that board out. You see on the other side as well, there's thick plastic which is up against that. So now I've got on the outside of the tunnel, putting that plastic away, just to show you the hole I've got there. I had one tree come, which we'll come on to later on, but I should have had the grapevine along with it as well. But same as everything else, which we'll come on into a bit. So this one here, as you can see, these two, them off cue, they was put in straight, because where there's weight of stuff out here or out here, I pushed them out. So I'm digging out all that crap from out the back of it, and I'm going to straighten these up. So that's the first one nice and straight, and the second one in straight, and I know this one is level, this end. So I put all the soil and what's it back, and then the wood chip back on that one. All I need clear is this middle bit for when the grapevine does come. And I know that red bit fits in there snug. So when the grapevine does come and it comes through there, I could put this one back in. What's all according to the grapevine itself, I suppose. Whether he's got a bit of meat on him or whether he's a young one. But we'll see what happens. If I have to cut through the red, then I'll cut through it. But as it is at the moment, I'll just put that red one back in and then tape it with the black tape from Wilco. That's what they had done before. And as long as that is dry when you tape it, it's going to last for yonks. That's what we've been on here. It's lasted for yonks. And that's how my first fruit tree come. So I took him out and nothing had snapped up here, luckily, as there was a nice little dent in here. I had to straighten that chap up, but he was alright, got away with it. You can see where the graft has been on there. Black Anger plum, right. Why they be coming through? Exactly the same as our tent or our marquee, which we should have had before September. This is a customs declaration, meaning we got to France and they've stopped them coming over. Most of the places now, you ask for a fruit tree online and you stop doing them, or we'll get back to you when you can get them. Brexit. Shit on the British. Carry on, sir. Right, do I put him in one of them big pots or in a little one? No, we'll bung him in a little one. Next size up. Right, he's about as level. Well, he's cockeyed, so I'm going to put my plant in cockeyed as well. Get my own compost ready. Get some good muck under him. I know my compost is good. So on the bottom of that goes my compost. Then I will get some well rotted osmuck that goes in as well. Every fruit tree I've planted, I put osmuck under his arrows. Then I put that container which he was in off skew, meaning when I do put him in, he will be nice and upright. Firm him in round the outside, put a stake in, leave him for a week, 10 days, then I'll tie him up against this stem. Once he's had a good wetting, and that's supple him up a bit when it's gone down to the roots. Right, large poppy seeds. These was collected last year from the mother-in-laws. These are the proper large ones with the black innards. So if anybody wants one of these, or I'll smash one up and just send the seeds. I could put that in an envelope. If anybody fancies seed, just private message me, email or whatever. Saturday down our trading sheds. This lot was just me mates. Every year or so, usually it might be every 2 years. We had a funny 2 years of gardening in the last 2 years, so I ain't seen him for 2 years. We made over Wolverhampton. He asked for a good dollop of stuff, and he's had 179 quid worth. We took me and Jared nearly all the trading shed out of the car just to get all his stuff ready for him. And also dropped that off to him Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday morning, sorry. Right, me last wine I did, which was with banana and parsnip. If you remember right, sprinkle yeast on him and leave him for 10 days. 10 days them up. So now I've got to get all the lumps out, which I'm doing. Large sieve, now a small sieve. Tea bag of Jeffrey, like a Jeffrey. There's a bit it catches there, that's why I use it. Bunging them in my demi-jar and just top up, and I've topped him up about 2 inches of water. I don't want him too close to that. Like some of these, if they are good ones, if they're good brews, they're going to froth that much. It comes over the top. So I'll just keep him 2 inches down. I can always top him up later on if need be. So here's the latest one, so he'll be put at the back. These are the ones I want to get to before him. So exactly the same. So he's covered there. So he was the last one to be made. So them now, or they'll be transferred to him, just in case he does bubble up. That'll catch all the crap there. We don't catch everything, as you can see on the old wallpaper at the back. Right, done this afternoon. This little chap was going a bit dusty. So I've got a banana skin. So I'll give him a nice wipe over with a piece of banana. And let's give him a nice shine. Good man, look after yourself. Right, this is Darren Rudge. Tips from his talk he gave our gardening club. Next one is milk. Calcium is one of the major secondary nutrients needed to build healthy cellular structure and encourages what we call gladioli population. The chemical exchanges in the soil. So next time you're washing out your milk containers, don't throw it down the sink. Give it to your plants. It doesn't smell, it won't encourage rodents or flies, but will enhance your plant's ability to grow effectively. Tea. Acid-loving plants that are looking a little peaky love a cup of tea. Tea I've always used. This will perk them up. Steep your tea bags and 30 you'll in a bucket of water for 3 weeks and pour the liquid directly onto the base of your rhododendron, azaleas, various bromelias. This is an instant liquid feed and the results will be seen within 3 or 4 days of application. This is what I do for me plants indoors as well. Right, this was a few years ago. This was Alzheimer's pram race, obviously for charity. This was Chris myself representing Alzheimer's fire station. We started off, there's I think the air now on top of Alzheimer's. We had to stop at each pub and have a pint. Luckily, and he made Chris was fitter than me, so he was pushing, and I was just clearing, keeping the traffic out of the road. 40 years ago that was. This was our kids' pram. Well, his missus' pram. And his kids are getting on now, aren't they? 40 years ago. I said, can we borrow your pram? He says, yeah, Lum's getting back in one piece. So I'll apologise now. He did come back in one piece. But that was a good sesh. Turned into a good sesh. Right, this is from this afternoon as well. This is one I've just fed with cold tea. This is one Aaron had on his windowsill, and it got too big for his windowsill, so he brought him back, and he's going to take it back home again. But I found this afternoon. I found that old dead end right in the middle, as I was looking through and cleaning the tops of these. And this one, as you can see, he's had it past his sell-by date, but he just pulled straight out. Normally, I'll go down with the scissors and cut them off about 2 inches from the stem, from the base of the plant. But he just comes straight out, as clean as a whistle. So that's what I should do now when I see another rodent. Obviously, if he ain't gone that far, then he might not pull straight out. Then I'll cut him off with the scissors, because it does look a bit naff. But so much else, he did pull straight out. Right, good thing about the hound is, because there's bloody digging everywhere now. There's a piece there, so I've got, might just be able to make it out, a wire mesh to stop it digging. There's a piece there, digs on that bloody corner. There's a good dollop of mesh down there, and there was the other side of the wall down here as well. So we had a lawn meeting. Why do we have lawns? For your kids, i.e. when our lads was young, played football on there, well, played loads of things on there. Then you need it for your grandkids. When you got them, the only grandkid we got now is our Rosie, who's digging everything up. So I said, right, we don't need the lawn. So I'm talking the gaffer, talking pet, who's having raised beds on here. So we had a little meeting this afternoon. It says, as long as I'm not bloody straight, regimental as you are, it says you steer and anything, so we wouldn't have raised beds. And then revamp the pathway and everything. more raised beds I've got, the better. More stuff I can grow. It says what shrubs we have, oh bloody hell, I don't want shrubs. Got shrubs down here, any road. I found a place, railway sleepers, use railway sleepers. I've googled it. Just put railway sleepers in, it comes up, railway sleepers near you. And there's a place in Alzo I've got to find it, I've messaged the chap tonight. I've got to find out exactly where they are. Well, they're brand new railway sleepers, meaning they're flush, they got no lumps, dents and farts, whatever. And they're 24 quid each, which is
down Hot Lane.
Is it?
No, the old Saltbrook Trading Estate.
Oh.
If it's what's it called, U-Build?
No, there's no name on it. It's just a Dave, a bloke's name. You have to message you.
One down on Saltbrook Trading Estate called U-Build. They got them down there.
Oh. Well, I've messaged him any road, and they're brand new. I can last bloody moons.
Years.
So, once a funny pattern, I'll put up with that. It's just more space for me. So that's good news with the hound. So good job you had the grandchild. And that's it, people. Now we've got to try and get off this. I'm going to have to get out a little enough. Bear with me.
Oh.
Have you got a minute?
Evening all, anyway. Sorry I'm late.
Been to the pub again, Cole?
Colin,
Been to the pub again?
No. I was up the greenhouse. I forgot all about the time. Sorry.
Hey, Cole.
All right. Is
Where's
everybody
Nigel?
okay? Sorry?
Where's Nigel? Nigel.
Yeah.
Mick,
Nigel. Woody Boots.
Yeah.
Mick.
Put this on full screen when I started. Got rid of
Thanks
the
for,
slight card.
thanks for garlic, Nigel.
You're finished. If you're right click.
You're muted, Nige.
Cheers.
Escape if you need
Oh,
it.
shit. Cheers, Ash.
Hey, Mick.
Mick.
Evening.
Thanks for the seeds, Mick. Weren't there any chilies left?
I've got them here for you. I had to ask for some more, but they've come through today, so I'm sorted.